What up, what up, what up? You know the rules. Let me tag the world up. Let me tag everybody up in this motherfucker. What's good, what's good? And chopping it up for the night. Get a couple motherfuckers in the room. Now, what's goody, what's goody? I was gonna chop it up with y'all today, just talking about, you know what I'm saying, ideas and ambition. And understanding what we dealing with and where we at right now. Dealing with these ideas and these ambitions, you feel me? You know what I mean? We watch, as earlier today I did a joint talk about how China Mac was mad at bruh for stealing his ideas and his concepts and shit. It's the same thing. So today I wanna go live for, you know what I'm saying, talking to all my peoples and everybody who rock with me and everybody around the world who tap in with me. And we just gonna chop it up just about ideas and ambition. And why you gotta kind of keep your ideas and your ambition to yourself. You know what I mean? But I was talking to my bro last night, just talking about his album. And one of the things I try to explain to people close to me are like artists that's coming up or anybody who understands, because, you know, I've been rapping for a long time. And so I try to explain to them, like, you know, won't nobody around to tell me some of the stuff that I be trying to tell other people, and which is good to be able to stop that one lane of hurt, you know what I mean? Which a lot of people, when we make music or when we create something in life, we always kind of look for approval from the people that we rock with, or we would assume that the people closest to us, family, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, we like, yo, if I create this and do this, I already know my people's gonna support me and they gonna do this, because that's how we look at it naturally. And so it's just being able to tell people like, yo, nah, like, look, you can't expect for people to understand what you're doing and how you grinding, because at the end of the day, everybody got their own issues and their own demons, right? Or their own insecurities. So if you out here and you grinding and you doing something, whether if it's music, sports, business, you know what I'm saying, clothing, whatever you doing, you gotta, your ideas is your ideas, you know what I'm saying, and your business is your business. It's like, you know how we want to go to people and tell them our ideas about how we feel about shit that's going on? What will end up happening is sometimes people take ideas, turn them, twist them, and the motherfucker act like you never talked to them about ideas. Because I've chopped it up with a lot of people about ideas. And unfortunately, you know, people might not, at the time when you telling them about these ideas that you got, they kind of be looking at you like, yo, they hear you, but they don't hear you. So one of the biggest things was to like being careful of protecting your ideas. Because people, when we got friends and people we grew up with, we're telling these ideas. We got like, yo, I'm thinking about doing this. You could have told them when you was 20. 10 years later, they doing what your idea was. And then if you say something in the public or be like, yo, that's fake, you a phony motherfucker, you stole my idea, they gonna look at you like, fuck you mean, your idea, like, I was already planning on doing it. It's those vibes that we gonna get in the world. So if you, whatever you doing in life, you know what I'm saying, number one rule is to make sure you doing this shit for you. And the reason why I say this is because, like I tell people around me, bro, if it was up to like other motherfuckers, I damn sure wouldn't still be rapping. Because you learn quick, like after the first couple of years, like if it's up to other motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck about what you doing in your life or what you trying to do or what you can do. Everybody playing for self. Everybody worried about themselves. So meanwhile, while you out there doing this shit, like, you know, you'll meet a lot of people where everybody wants you to help them, but very few people willing to help you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these are the balances you got to realize in business. So, for example, when you put out a project in music, you got people, everybody got all these critiques for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna call you and tell you what they think about the projects and shit. And I always used to sit back years ago, and I used to be thinking like, you know, I'm one of the most transparent rappers from out here. So like, I've been dropping, you know what I'm saying? I've dropped for the last 13, 14 years, but always wanted to own my shit. So I don't have time to be arguing with niggas about my ideas and my logic and my business, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people for years would be like, yo, bro, you need to do this, or you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you should do this, and you should do this. But I used to always be sitting back like, yo, the same motherfuckers who telling me this shit, these niggas is rappers, businessmen, whatever, right? And most of these niggas can't do shit for themselves, right? So you got to keep this in mind. Even if you in the front of the line of the ambitious people of where you from, your area, your neighborhood, your state, even if you in the front of the ambitious line, motherfuckers who is behind you, they ain't gonna act, they don't want to be behind you. So in these situations when you chopping it up with them and while you going through all this dream, it's like, instead of motherfuckers following suit, it's always gonna be, they gonna tell you what you ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then as artists, one thing we gotta realize that artists, and I had to realize as artists, yo, when niggas get music from other artists, very few artists is really non-biased, and that's just in general. And just like the fan, because we still a fan first, so we'll get the music and we'll start listening. You give us your take. You know, a lot of fans, a lot of rappers if you give your music to rappers, niggas lining you up. You give your music to fans, they'll hear you out. You know what I mean? But you have to understand that, and depending on what business if you're in the business of music, you need to understand that the music business is funny right now. If you're in the business of art and shit, you need to know that it's not about art in any form. It's kind of like about the status. It's not about rap. It's about the nigga. It ain't about clothing anymore. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's about, you know, everybody fighting for the same spaces. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I noticed. That's why I say in business, if you, whatever you doing in life, you got to realize that people just can't see your point. And don't expect the validation from none of these niggas, because nobody around him in any state can really give you a good validation. Even motherfuckers who famous and celebrities, like a lot of times you will feel like some people you get justification from celebrities, but a lot of times these celebrities ain't even in control of their own career. You know what I mean? So that's why I say when it comes down to ideas, you got to protect your ideas. Because another thing about ideas, you can have some fire-ass ideas but be around the wrong motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You got ideas, but sometimes your ideas so fire that the person you telling that can help you, they don't want to see you outshine them, so they ain't even about to give you that energy. And that's why I say whatever you doing in life, when you dealing with people, if you got ideas or you got shit like that you feel good, I'm not telling you to be mad or shit at them, but you need to be able to recognize early. Like when you run an idea past somebody that's flame and you willing to invest in it or do whatever you need to do, but you can't never get it done with that person, then you got to be real with yourself and be like, all right, bet this shit not important to them. They don't see my vision. It's all love. I ain't even gonna trip, but I ain't about to waste my time and keep pushing this issue. You know what I'm saying? You got to go elsewhere and do it. And often what happens is when you go around the niggas you know, what end up happening is they'll see it later and they come back and see. It's like this the problem with. You can have a fire idea or be good at what you do, but you ain't in a certain place in life for people to look at you a certain way and to be like, you know, let's say you got beat makers. You might be hitting up these beat makers for a good year or two, and these niggas will annoy you, act like they ain't never seen your text until they see something that benefits them. Like they see you put out a fire video, or they see you got mad following, or they look on the YouTube, see you got a following, like 2 years later, and they be like, oh shit, they hit you up like, yeah, bro, da da da. But you know they seen your shit before, but it has to benefit where they feel like they trying to go, right? That's the thing about the game, just like when it comes down to everything else. You know what I mean? I personally, I had to make up in my mind, just like a lot of y'all gonna have to make up in y'all mind, like fuck them people that's around you, because at the end of the day, they just got opinions. You know what I'm saying? 9-10 years ago, when you have a conversation with people, like for example, let's say I always been like a rapper, a boss, a producer, you know, on multiple levels. So I didn't just see the game as a beat maker, or I didn't just see the game as a rapper, or I didn't just see the game. You know what I'm saying? I was owner of my team, and then it's like at the same time helping other artists. You know what I'm saying? Just other artists help me push my shit and do shit. But when I was sitting in rooms with people, the part that I didn't understand back then was that if I'm talking to a beat maker, he only gonna see the game from a beat maker perspective. So to him, it's like how he see hip hop is just dealing with how he see the game as far as like how he make beats and get them to people. Whether if he getting money or if he trying to get notoriety, that's all he gonna see the game. He or she can't see the game no more, because that's the only thing they play. That's the only position they play in the game. So if you a boss, a beat maker you can't have a real conversation all the way because they don't understand. Or if you a rapper, you know what I'm saying, you only gonna see the game from a rapper's perspective. You ain't gonna be able to see this shit from a business perspective, or the owner's perspective, or the producer's perspective. And this is the shit that we don't understand. You know what I'm saying? In hip hop, one of the things that used to make me sick after a while, like I used to love getting beats from niggas, but then after a while, it kind of be like, so y'all niggas, y'all think because y'all make beats and shit that y'all can sit back, you know what I'm saying, and throw us beats, and we got to spend the money and do all the work and shit. And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna get the same pub. Like, that's the shit that always bothered me about the producer game. Now, if you in the industry and you successful already, you can sit the fuck back as a producer and make beats and selling the niggas coming to you for beats, because you successful already, so you can sell beats and make a living. You know what I'm saying? That's if you successful already. But if you ain't successful already, you got to be willing to go out there and put that work in with them niggas with them records. See, and that's a lot of things. A lot of beat makers sit back and be in their feelings, but if you ain't out there pushing them records or even really pushing that record for the niggas you working with, then you really, you know what I mean? So that's another thing. You can't expect for people to understand where you coming from, because everybody ain't built like that. So that's why a lot of times, you know, you gotta put it like this. Motherfuckers was saying how funny acting and going through all this shit, and I was cool with it because at the end of the day, it was like that shit was for me. When I was backing up away from motherfuckers, it was because I was realizing like, can't none of these people help me, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I'm getting from people is just negativity and their opinions and they low self-esteem of what they feel that they could achieve and couldn't achieve. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of times where I talk a lot of big shit that people didn't hear me out about, but it came down to that they put their fears and their frustration on me. I told niggas 10 years ago, I run the label, I make the beats, I write the raps, you know what I'm saying? By the way, I went to film school, motherfuckers told me I was doing too much. But to see it, years later when I see everybody else doing that shit and everybody else organization doing the shit I was talking about when everybody was saying shit. But I wasn't mad at them, I just realized that I was always ahead of niggas, regardless of how old they was. And the problem with our people is at the end of the day, we tend to have a problem with younger wise people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that had a problem with me because like they feel like they older than me. You know what I'm saying? But your age don't make you alpha. You know what I'm saying? You could be 45 years old and still be the weakest link in your family. You could be 75 in great shape and still be the weakest link in your family. Like Dick Gregory said, if you was a fool when you was damn 17, you a fool now at 45. If you ain't never did nothing, you know what I mean? So I think it's important for us to understand that. Do what you do. I sit outside. I talk to people all the time when I see them about the music and shit. And you gotta be very strong in what you do and believe. You gotta love what you do. Cause people gonna tell you their opinion, but you gotta keep in mind, like, if somebody tell me, I don't get mad at them, but somebody tell me like, yo, bro, you be spitting, but you kind of be da-da-da, and I be thinking to myself, well, like, okay, well, I get it. You like backpack underground rap. You never asked me if I wanted to be a backpack rapper or if I wanted to be underground. And for me, I never wanted to be an underground rapper. You know what I'm saying? Just like how when it come down to like being lyrical, bro, I can show people know like I had the most lyrical tapes in the world. But back then, people was telling me like, yo, I mean, you can spit, but it's about beats and hooks and blah, 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 blah. So let's say you start adjusting what you doing because you trying to fit in. 2-3 years later, you start getting the beats and the hooks, and then you come back to the same table and they like, well, I mean, your beats and your hooks hard, bro, but your verses ain't hard. That's why I be trying to get y'all to see that you can't live by that. You know what I'm saying? I be in Carolina and niggas be picking me apart, but I always tell people around me like, bro, it's cool. You know what I mean? You can tell me what I'm not, but you can't say I ain't a great songwriter. You can tell me what I'm not, but you can't say that I don't make good music. Like, I'm not dedicating all my time. I can sit here and make a whole tape, as people will see, of all street shit. But me as a person is elevated past just the street. So I do street shit, but I'm not about to be bound to a whole bunch of young and dumb shit at my age at 36. Like, I got a lot to offer. When you look at me and you looking for the nigga, if you looking for me to just talk about niggas, destruction, shoot 'em up, kill, bang, bang, then we ain't on the same accord. And then I'm not gonna argue with you. Shut up, Loki. I'm not gonna argue with you. And I'm not gonna sit there and I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove my point to you or nobody else at the end of the day. Because I understand that spiritually, you don't know what the fuck going on here, right? If, you can't please people. That's what I'm trying to get everybody around to notice. I spent years spitting harder than everybody. And every room I went into, niggas was telling me, oh, yo, you got to use more. Back then, you got to use more snap music. You got to do this. You feel me? If you spend your whole time worrying about what other motherfuckers got to say to you about what you doing, you never going to accomplish what you doing. Because at the end of the day, if they were you, they will understand. You know what I'm saying? It's go back to Nas. Some people I love Nas early on, but the shit about Nas I didn't like. So I always tried to keep myself in the room space of like, okay, I love Nas, but I knew that it was shit Nas did that hurt Nas. So me being a lover of Nas music, I try my best not to make Nas mistakes. Now I appreciate it, bro. I try my best. But at the same time, some of this shit ain't you. I can't, look, I did my best. Like I tell my peoples, my music is a mixture of streets, knowledge, understanding, and me. It's me. Like, I'm proud. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And you can't let people dictate that shit and make you feel like it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Just like if your album, let's say if you're an artist, you put out an album about family, your kids, relationships, and just being vulnerable as a man, like not being afraid to tell the world like I'm a man, I love my woman, or I'm hurt, da-da-da. A lot of motherfuckers outside gonna look at you and be like, yo, bruh, bugging, da-da-da-da, and I can't relate. And when people give you feedback, you gotta evaluate people. You gotta say, all right, boom, the nigga who just talked to me or the person who just told me they didn't feel my project, do they got any kids? If the answer is no, then you need to understand that some of that music went over their head, because if they don't have kids or never had love or a relationship like that, they can't relate to it. So that's why your audience and your fans is gonna be that. And I told my homeboy last night, like sometimes, yo, in our lifetime, whatever it is you doing, you gotta trade I traded local love for global love. Like, I don't care. Like, you get to a point where you like, yo, I could be in this place and they could tell me everything in the world, which is cool, but everywhere outside of Carolina, and some people in Carolina see me for what I'm worth and what we doing or what I'm trying to do, so you can't worry about it, right? I'm not about to go back home and switch up my style for other niggas, because most of these niggas don't even know what they want. You know what I'm saying? I be in rooms with niggas that they don't realize. I be looking at niggas crazy, like, 1 minute you rap, next minute you don't rap. 1 minute you do this, next minute you don't make beats. Next minute, you know what I'm saying? And these will be the same niggas who will argue with you. I mean, listen, these will be the same niggas who will argue with you up and down that they better than you and can do all this stuff. And sometimes you got to understand that it don't make them bad. It's like they compassionate about music or art or whatever, their invention or whatever they doing in their own way. But you have to follow you. I be making music where it's like people hit me and get it, and then a lot of people hit me and don't get it. So I say, you know, I mean, it's about even in some sense. You got to realize that if you talking music that's for real motherfuckers, you can't expect everybody to fuck with it, because everybody ain't realistic. You know what I'm saying? Half the people, you know, I'm talking to niggas who older than me, 40, 45, 47, 49, and they trying to tell me what hip hop is, and they outdated as a motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying? So people will say shit to me all the time, and that's why I try to get y'all to understand that. You got to understand. The same people critiquing you, I always just tell niggas in the room, like, y'all got all this to say about me, right? Which is cool, because that's what come with hip-hop. But I could dissect every rap nigga around me and pick him apart on all levels. You know what I'm saying? But like I used to tell people I know, like, yo, the same way I come around y'all and y'all try to tell me what y'all think I should do, y'all don't think I could do that to y'all? But I got better things to do than to tell y'all how to be y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I tell you what I think about what you playing for me or whatever, and then I keep it pushing. I'm not here to try to discredit you, you know, because we live in a time where motherfuckers are trying to tear you down from getting where you going while they sitting there stuck. They stuck. They can't figure it out. So that's why at the end of the day, you can't sit here like most motherfuckers who got opinions of me. I don't feel no way, because when I listen to their shit or when I get their stuff, it'd be like half-ass, half intention, sound not that great, songwriters, like, you know, what is the real objective of this shit? Is that I've been trying to ask people. Is the objective to be, you got some niggas who care about bars, right? And I'm one of those guys who came up in the lyrical pool, right? But at the same time, as I was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I was thinking to myself, like, I always had bars. Niggas know I've been in battles and they lose a lot. But me personally, I felt like an artist should be able to do hooks, write songs, freestyle, and do everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? But when you're dealing with a town that there's like everybody metric is different. You know what I'm saying? Half of the people that's on TV ain't even like that. You know what I'm saying? They half-ass artists or got a team full of writers. You know, it's hard to respect real people in this world. Like, if you're a ball player, would you respect somebody who had got like shots that alter their DNA to make them make jumpers? You know what I'm saying? Would you respect somebody who got an NBA who took some medicine to grow like 12 inches? It took steroids to get strong? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing natural about it. But that's the time we in. So, you know, I think it's our goal and our job as artists and people, whether we artists or whatever we do in life, to be the best at it. But that means you got to block the world out. And that's why I had this conversation, because I had a couple conversations the last couple of days with people I know in the music, and I'm always the guy to always tell them, like, fuck what they saying, man. You know, people got opinions of me and always going to have them, just like they're going to have opinions of you, but look at the numbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the numbers of what we doing, if the city telling you, like, bro, that ain't it, but the streams is going up crazy, you know what I'm saying, 30, 40,000 for projects, I think you should ignore your city and realize that your city don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's anybody. That's no shot at no city, but that's real shit. Your city can't dictate to you. You know what I'm saying? If you in a city that got like its own doors where they put other people on before, and they really got a musical foundation, like certain places in Cali and up top in certain states, then I can understand. But even then, they can't dictate to tell you what you are, who you are, what you're trying to do. And this is the problem in sports, music, and in life. You know what I'm saying? I only hope that y'all getting from me in this conversation saying that they can't make you be anything more than you. But at the same time, when people say, yo, bro, like, you be rapping kinda, I can break it down to you. And I tell them, like, yo, you remember like 10, 15 years ago, I was spitting hard as fuck. I was outspitting everybody. And what was niggas telling me? Did I make lists? Did niggas give me my respect? No, right? Now, I don't care. In the city right now, niggas be like, yo, bro, man, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I never did. I just always spoke up because I don't come from that. Like, if I'm somewhere and the type of person I am, and I see that, okay, the music scene in North Carolina is fucked up and it's sick. At some point, somebody got to be real enough to address this shit. But when I started addressing a lot of this shit through the last year and a half, that's why y'all seen me go live and everybody had something to say to me, right? But and that's what come with it. You know what I mean? Being an ambassador, or being a brand, or being a person that's gonna stand out on the edge and do this shit, you know what I mean? You gotta take what come with it, good and bad. You know what I mean? Some things you're gonna say true is gonna cause an outlash. Some things you're gonna say to everybody not gonna understand. So I feel like people don't respect emotions in music. It's like you have to be a hard ass for them to respect you. I mean, but most of them niggas fake though. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas making that music, and them niggas is soft. A lot of niggas make that street shit. If niggas so gangster, that's why niggas getting killed like that. A lot of these niggas ain't really like that. Niggas be rapping and shit and doing all the gangster shit. Gangster shit is for the street. When you do all that shit on camera and put everybody in your business and shit, and you portray this way, that's how niggas gonna take you, and that's what's important about energy. And this music shit, or whatever you do, whatever energy you give out is what you gonna get back. So it's just like me, bro. Niggas know I can outspit everybody. Like, motherfuckers know I can outspit half of everybody around. But at the end of the day, they gonna use their benefits. When nigga look to the scene, he talking about love and knowledge and self, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my niggas ain't gonna hear that, bro. He fell off. But at the end of the day, real niggas is looking at y'all music like you got bars, but your hooks and your beats trash. I can't even listen to your shit because between your mixing and your half-ass hooks and your half-ass delivery, ain't nobody fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here, everybody out here got opinions. Niggas dope heads and shit. Niggas coke heads. Niggas doing all the other shit that they ain't supposed to be doing in this rap shit. But that's what hip-hop became about. So now, if you a real nigga, so-called, and you young, you can't fight this because the society bigger than you. But when you older, you can talk about that shit. Like, nigga, you know, I come from an era where the rappers, we want the goddamn dope addicts, and we want the niggas addicted to fucking heroin. But now it's like every rapper and they mama niggas on drugs, on pills and shit. You know what I mean? But you gotta do you is my point, regardless of the fact. I really don't give a fuck. Niggas that be critiquing me, I wouldn't even buy they shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be critiquing me, I've been stopped. Like, a lot of people that critique me, I don't get beats, I don't record with niggas, I don't hang out, I don't do none of that no more. And it's not to be mean. It's just the same end of the day. If I got goals and I'm achieving my goals and you can't see it and you always got something to say, I'm going to just stop being around you and I'm going to focus on what I need to do to get to the next phase. I'm not saying you a hater. I'm not saying you fake. I'm just saying that if I've been around you since I've been in my 20s and all we do is go back and forth about what's real or what's not, there's no need for me to be hanging around you. You feel me? Only thing I need to be around other motherfuckers who see what I'm seeing and trying to get to what I'm doing. But having a whole team of motherfuckers who got ideas and got their own opinions, who ain't really willing to put the work in, or let me pause. It's a lot of motherfuckers who need to be accepted. So when the next buzzing team come around, if they feel like, oh, these motherfuckers doing something, everybody want to get down. But that don't make your team solid because you got a bunch of motherfuckers who looking for their own agenda and shit. But at the same time, if you got a good leader in this situation, they can get everybody on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's impossible, but at the same time, when you in there writing your songs, or when you in there creating whatever you inventing, or when you in there lifting weights to do whatever the fuck you doing, who in the gym with you? Who in the studio with you? Who in there measuring the fabric? Who in there doing that shit with you? And if the answer is nobody, then that's who the fuck. That's what you gotta. That's how you gotta play this shit. Then when motherfuckers got something to say, you gotta look at them and say, oh, that's a nobody. You know what I mean? But you gotta do you. So, and I understand too. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not naive. I know what it's like to do. I was doing the hardest street music coming up and shit out here. At the end of the day, really in the streets and shit, and people still had something to say. As I became a better songwriter, and as times change, oh, you need to do snap music. Oh, you need to do this type of music. Oh, you need to do this type of music. Oh, you need to do drill music. Look, at the end of the day, you don't have the right, anybody, producers, niggas in the streets, y'all don't have the right to dictate to us what the fuck we is. Y'all niggas is the followers and we the culture makers. We make the shit that y'all bump. But once music became subjective to the fan, meaning that once the fan became the A&R, and once the fans and motherfuckers' opinions became more important than the art, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. And that's why we dealing with a bunch of controversy and bullshit. And we can't, I don't be listening to radio. I don't be listening to none of that shit. Half the shit I be hearing, you know what I'm saying? There's very few motherfuckers that I can even deal with. Cause you know, we don't want to be around it. So my key is just be the best you. If what you talk about make you click or make you feel a certain way on the inside, that's what's important. If I drop some music like Self or whatever, and you feel like I ain't rapping hard enough or I ain't spitting no more, I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Ain't tripping to me. But my job ain't out here to please you. Because first of all, most of these niggas who talking, these niggas don't buy no music. These the same niggas that want shit for free. These niggas ain't buying nothing. You feel me? So that's what I want people to understand. I myself, by time, and this is the thing you got to realize, I'm such an organic person that I've been able to win over a lot of shit through like win over people through the years. But by time niggas around here recognize what I am or what you are or whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? By time people recognize what you doing, who you are, and what you really about, it's too late. So you gotta stand tall. Like the way I feel about me and my art and my music or the shit I do, I stand on everything I do because I put my all in it. And I get opinions from people who I know be half-assing, bullshitting and going, but they got an opinion, and you just gotta learn to be like, yo, bet, cool. But if a motherfucker can't see your potential or what you really about and can't see what's really going on with you, you can't argue that shit. You just gotta get away from that shit and get around motherfuckers who on the same accord and spiritual level. Cause motherfuckers tell me what I ain't all the time, but shit, according to the internet and according to all these streaming and Spotify, clearly motherfuckers don't have no clue. But these the same people that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So no, for the answer, for people that come up to me and some street niggas who come up to me and be like, bro, you dope as fuck, but you be spitting or you have spitting. It's like, all right, bro. That ain't what the real motherfuckers is saying to me because see, it's a lot of niggas like, I don't want to hear niggas rap. I know a lot of niggas who big guns, choppers and seats, blah, 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 blah. Nigga, you just rapping. That shit ain't real. You ain't never carried no fucking pistol. You won't in the streets. You won't on no gangster shit. You ain't never did shit, most of these niggas. So everything you rapping, all of this flash, it's like your whole rap style is like throwing alley-oops off the backboard to yourself. But it ain't no feeling because that shit ain't really you. You ain't tough. You ain't a gangster. You ain't never did half the shit, but you got bars, so it don't resonate with niggas. And then you got a nigga over here talking about what he really did, his life, what he learned from it. I lost my nigga who OD'd from these drugs in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I got homegirls who was out here that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just I've experienced a lot of shit. So people that know me, niggas can't flex on me. I experienced it. If you can't see real life in my music, then you'll miss the boat. I'm not just here to entertain you. If you just want me to make music that's gonna entertain you, in the wrong business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting drunk every day. I ain't sniffing powder. I ain't popping perks. So niggas shouldn't be expecting me to be making that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, a real nigga is a nigga that's gonna rebel against this culture. We against this culture. You know what I mean? We not against the music, and I'm not against the youth, and I'm not against people. Do your thing. But at the same time, a lot of niggas who running around here talking about they got bars, niggas just rapping. They just, whatever come to their mind, that's the hottest shit they can think of, that's what they rapping about. But these niggas ain't about it. And I know because I was out here. So when we ran into niggas and I'm in the studio 5-6 years ago and it's me and fucking 12 Crips or me and 20 Crips in the studio and we over here, we know these niggas over here. It's like, I know what niggas out here is rapping shit that's capping. And then even some niggas who be flying on the internet, if you see them niggas in real life by themselves, them niggas wouldn't dare say half that shit. Right? So that's what you got to realize. The internet is the internet. So I keep it at that. I get online, I talk my shit, I speak my mind. Niggas talk they shit, they speak they mind, and I call it a stalemate. It ain't no need to get mad about it. It ain't that serious. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what they say about me, you feel me? I'ma still do me. Just like it was a time where people told me like I need to stop doing more convos. Cause they felt like you a rapper, bro. You can't be talking about history and knowledge and shit. Cause you know why they told me this and the craziest shit in the world? Cause real niggas, cause motherfuckers who care about you know that the world is like people don't respect knowledge. You feel me? They don't respect your street niggas that have information. You know what I mean? But the world is changing. And it's crazy. Even after Nip died and got murdered and all the shit Nip did, niggas will still tell you can't do it and they seen a nigga do this shit. That's just one person. Russ did it. It's a whole bunch of people who did it. You know what I mean? You don't have to play their game. And if you paying attention to the YouTube right now, then you know like when you dealing with Whack 100 and they talking about Nipsey with this gay tape, or they talking about how that's Hollywood for your ass. Y'all remember I played y'all that video like a year and a half ago with a nigga from Master P Crew? And he was like, hold on, y'all. Loki, man, if you don't shut the fuck up, bro. Loki, a whiny ass, man. My dog, that bulldog, he a whiny ass, bitch ass nigga. That nigga be whining, bro. Like, I probably get rid of that nigga because he whine too fucking much. But like in this world and shit that we're like what we doing in this music world, when you see that's the industry. I sit here in Raleigh every day and I watch so-called real niggas break their neck to adjust to the kids. You lame for that shit. I tell people all the time, I'm not about to break my neck to adjust to the kids because I'm the nigga. Like, you gotta recognize who you are in the room. Are you the peons that's trying to follow other niggas, or are you the leader that other niggas gonna follow? You know what I mean? The young niggas rap that way because they don't know how to rap that well, and they just getting into their craft. But 10 years, 8 years from now, they not gonna rap like that. They gonna be rapping like you. So you need to understand who you are before you can move forward. A nigga's gonna tell you what it is. Like, niggas can't tell me nothing. I done out rap niggas, out produce niggas, out goddamn. When I say produce, put out shit. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas I know who been rapping forever. And even back in the day before I was on Spotify, I was standing on the corner and niggas was in the studios. Niggas still in the studios making music in their fucking house. And niggas talk about me like, bro, the dream is bigger than the house. It's true, but I'm recording in the crib or in the studios I got, and my music touching the world. So what's the problem with everybody else? You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important factor, bro. We're not looking for acceptance. We don't need acceptance from nobody. We never needed it. You know what I'm saying? We not looking for a motherfucker to tell us that we is, to feel like we something. We not looking for motherfuckers to tell us that, you know what I'm saying, give us their acceptance rule in North Carolina for us to feel like we something. Nigga, we there anyway. Like, that's the attitude. I don't care. You know what I mean? You have to know this shit though. See, this is what I be meaning when I be talking that knowledge of self shit. That mean loving yourself. Ain't no love better than you truly loving you. And that's why I say, and this ain't a shot to nobody, because I ain't mad at the end of the day. You know, it's always gonna be mouth and people saying shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, niggas can't stand on it. Like, niggas talk about me. Niggas make comments and say they gonna diss me, but nobody does. Why? Because niggas know they can't play with me like that. Niggas know you, if you gonna call me, you know that oh, yo, Jers, Willie Walker, that nigga, that morning convo nigga, niggas know they can't play with me like that, bro. Niggas can't play with me like that. But I traded local love for global love. You feel me? Niggas locally be talking about me when I got niggas overseas banging my shit. My nigga Chief album dropped. He just did like 6 bands in the first month. And that's a shout out to the fans. That's a shout out to the people in the city that see this shit going on and be hitting me in my inbox like, yo, we fuck with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna come with this shit. When you doing something right, niggas gonna have opinions. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn to let that shit go and not get mad about it. Because, and at the same time, not everybody wrong either. I'm one of them people that's like, when people be talking about me or whatever, I listen, I hear what they say, and I try to dissect it and be like, all right, what can I take from this shit? What about this shit? What about this hating ass nigga or this hating ass statement shit can I take positive from this shit? What about, in the middle of all of this bullshit, what was true? And what can I change and what can I do better? But you gotta trade your local love for global love. You know what I mean? I could give a fuck less what the rappers think about me. Them niggas still trying to get streams right. They still trying to do and accomplish, you know what I mean? It's a hard road. So, and I'm not taking shots at nobody because I'm one of them people like motherfuckers who see me talk up here all the time. At the end of the day, I do my morning convo because that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I talk history because that's what I want to do because that's who I am. That's what I'm about. At my age, at 36 years old, I don't live under nobody's rule or nobody's authority. Ain't no niggas telling me what to do. Ain't nobody helping me run a business. Ain't nobody telling me how to do the shit. I got love for a lot of niggas. But, you know, I talk to a lot of niggas who, I even had a phone call, a nigga called me and say, yo, Jers, you ain't built like that. And I'm thinking like, I ain't built like that? No, nigga, you ain't built like that. You got bars, but the only thing you got is bars. But sometimes I just be listening to niggas like, yo, I'll destroy this nigga whole career if he play me too much. I just be listening to niggas sometimes. Niggas call me and be like, yeah, bro, you need to do this and you don't be out here like that. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I was out there from 21 to 29, every event. At what point do you realize that this place can't do shit for you when it comes down to that level? We can throw shows, we can do all of this shit, but I had to ask myself, who got signed, who got on, who got deals, who got money from this shit? And so me as a businessman, I'm saying, okay, I'm not knocking what they doing. I'm proud to see my city grinding, but that's cool, but I'm gonna stay out of it. And I'm gonna stay out of it because what I want out of music ain't what they can't give me that. You know what I'm saying? And so it don't make everybody else wrong. That's why a lot of people hit me like, bro, you should do this, you got, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I done been around the scene long enough to know how fake shit is. And I personally could do without, like, I ain't about to be mingling. Like, that's what motherfuckers who know me, like real niggas be like, Jers, the problem is, bro, you too real for this fake ass industry, and you too much of a real nigga, meaning like, coming from outside, dealing with like the streets in rap and shit, and also being a real motherfucker always, it was kind of like, I can't play the games and live under the rules that other motherfuckers be living under. And the fact of the matter that I done put out so much music and niggas be like, yo, it makes no sense for you to have dropped over 25 tapes in the city and for niggas to have all of these opinions about you, but it come down to like, yo, I had white people tell me like, yo, that's jealousy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I tell anybody who going through what I'm going through. It's a form of jealousy in different ways. And it's not all jealousy not the same. It don't mean, how my man told me, bro, it ain't that niggas be, not all niggas jealous of you because of raps, but sometimes niggas feel like, what fuck you getting the attention for? They like, nigga, I'm better than you. What up, bro? Yeah, what's good, bro? Leak was good. But like, you can't help it. When you a dope nigga, bro, you gonna intimidate a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then when you a type of nigga that got your own mind, like I come from the city for real, like that's why I be telling niggas like, I'm a Jersey kid for real, so I come from a place where niggas is headstrong, but at the same time, nigga, you can't tell us whatever. So that's another thing, me being in Carolina with a Jersey mindset that through time it's kind of like I'm in the hybrid state. Like I'm not in complete Jersey mindset no more, and I ain't in the Carolina mindset. I'm in like a hybrid mindset. But that's because where I came from. I come from a place where shit's so hectic and shit's so straight up that I couldn't deal with a lot of fake shit because that ain't my environment. Like the Carolina mentality is kind of like, I don't fuck with you, but I'ma smile or I'ma, oh, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's good, nigga? Like in person, I be seeing niggas, it was good. But outside of in person, it ain't the same. I don't get that same energy. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I be watching niggas like, I feel like one time I seen niggas make slick ass comments online. And when I see them in person, them niggas, they kind of, when they see me in person, they'll come over to me, but then they'll realize like, damn, bro, like 250. You feel me? And that's where the shit changed. Like, I see that shit all the time. And I be telling niggas like, y'all, I be seeing statements, niggas see me in person and realize like, yo, bro, not a little niggas. And see, that's when all that shit go out the window. So that's why I be saying, like, I'm used to it. I've been 6'3" since I was fucking 13. But at this age, at 36, I'm 250, nigga. Well, at this point, I dropped some weight. So at this point, I'm like 237. But that's the problem with a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry a lot of them talk too much. Yeah, facts. But it go down like, bro, think about it. What else can you prove to a place? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the only nigga, but like coming up by myself out my own pocket, getting to the point with dropping these videos. Like I had Killing My Buzz was like my first real like good video. Other than that, like we was shooting at myself getting our weight up. Cause that's what you're gonna have to do early on. But Killing My Buzz was like the first one, then drop that shit. And have been able to drop that project and keep going. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Merch for the videos and all the cats, the YPK 500 and Rick Mills and all the guys that helped me keep putting my dreams forward. But it's like, I always say, if a nigga, like people know I stood on these corners for a decade and people know how passionate I am about music and people know how hard I worked and people been watching me online for damn 7, 8, 9 years. Whether if it's from the beginning of me making beats, playing music or the early morning convos to what we doing now. And it's like, I'm going to hold on to the people that's for me. You know what I'm saying? He said, and these niggas in the streets accept it too, for real, as well as some homo shit they do. Yeah, bro. Like, they ain't going to tell you that. Niggas, if you the type of nigga that's going to change who you are for this music and what you about and your goals in this music, then you the type of nigga that's going to get poked in your ass and going to do a lot of shit that's unwealthy. And that's what I'm saying. In hip-hop, we see all this shit going on, what they saying about Nipsey, all that shit, and all these niggas and all these gay tapes. This is the shit that you probably going to have to go through, my nigga, and nobody listen. I said this shit years ago. So that shit didn't surprise me that they talking about Nip, because it sounds like in this industry, like in order for them to give you that bad, they want to know like they need something over you, my nigga. So a lot of niggas that you see shining, they take them opportunities. Why? Niggas ain't strong like me. I was a nigga that turned all them deals down because I believe I could do that shit myself. And I believe that I knew like, bro, they told me to me, it's like, nigga, when you go home, the last 3 meetings I had, and I never tried any other meetings past 26, 27. And they told me, all of them told me like, yo, you gonna turn this shit down when you go back home, they gonna laugh at you. Like, you feel me? And I knew that, but I'm one of them, like, I believe in myself, and I was raised different from niggas, and I'm built different, so I just stood on it and said, fuck y'all niggas, I'ma stand up, I'ma drop my music myself, I'ma build my following. And I don't give a fuck if it take me 20 years to get where I wanna go, but I'ma do it myself. You know what I mean? Because that's legacy shit. I could take that bullshit 250,000, 400,000 they offering, and at the end of the day, if my project make $15 million, only money I got was that advance money, and then I had to pay that shit back, and then they're not even going to clear me. They only gave me 250,000 and maybe a 500,000 all together in promotion, so they spent $500,000 on me, and I done made them 15 million, and instead of them giving me what I earned over, at least giving me 5 to 10 million, because they made their profit, them niggas gonna give me the next million and tell me like it's another loan? Like, the whole business is fucked up. So when I see niggas playing that game, it don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? But that's their choice. Me personally, at the end of the day, this is what I'm about. I'm going to drop my shit. I'm going to be in control of my shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time. Like, another thing, I was out here rapping on other niggas' beats, and niggas want to control. I ain't got time. I'm not trying to be rapping on other niggas' beats that I got to know you, bro. Because when I'm ready to drop, I ain't got time to be like, yo, da-da-da-da-da, and you telling me like, nah, bro, you can't, or I sold that beat, or I'm fucking with, let me tell you why I stopped fucking with beat makers. If I go to a beat maker, I understand the business, right? But if I go to a beat maker and I'm about my business, then keep it funky with me. Like, nigga, if you ain't never sold a record, if you ain't got no records that made Billboard or been big records, then in some sense, you don't have a right to really charge big amounts for your shit, because you should be getting your weight up, right? So if I got a beat from a producer and I go to a club or I do a show, because I'm gonna keep it funky. This is why I stopped buying beats from niggas. If you ain't sold a million records or really sold records that change your life, like if I can't take your beat and go to the radio station or go to New York or go to Cali and say this nigga made my beat, you feel me? Then I need niggas to stop thinking that they deserve 5, 10, 20 bands, but instead you can protect yourself. And you can say, well, I'm going to get my weight up because this might be the guy you make your millions with or the woman you making millions with. Just handle your business and still keep your ownership of your beat, right? But in return, I don't want to have a song on my album and then I go somewhere else and I meet some niggas or we at a show and I'm sitting there and I'm about to perform and a nigga go before me, he got the same beat I got. You killed me, my nigga. You killed me. So as beat makers, y'all looking at this shit from one perspective. And I make beats too, but see, I'm a rapper first. That's why I understand this shit. If you ain't a rapper, you don't understand this. That's why I try to give niggas the game. When you have the right in business, I understand the business. You got exclusive, and then you got niggas who basically renting the beats. So if a nigga only give you $50, $75, he got the right to use it, but he don't own it. And that beat maker can give it to 1,000 niggas. That's business. Right? Leasing and exclusives, right? Right. So the beat maker not wrong. And I want y'all to hear me out before y'all... For all the beat makers who listen to me, hear me out before you judge me, because I mean well. Because I'm taking up for both sides, right? You can't expect the beat maker to just give you a beat and you go give him $50, hardly want to pay the nigga and think he about to sit there. And the rappers think that the beat makers we want beat makers to give us their best music possible. And then we don't even want to pay these niggas. Niggas send me like, bro, send me beats, I do you right. Fuck no, I ain't sending you no beats, bro. I ain't sending you no motherfucking beats, because at the end of the day, I ain't got to wait, nigga. I'm a rapper. I rap on my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Before I let you do it and then don't even handle the business right and shit, because that's what niggas out here do in Carolina or in the world and shit. So beat makers, understand when you sell a beat, if you respect the artist, that's why you should only work with artists you respect. It's business, and then it's your career and your legacy. If it's business, do your thing. But if you got to be smart enough to know what artists that you come across is some niggas that can help you build your legacy, and what niggas you should be getting your cash off. If niggas ain't really like that, but they good customers from you and they buy beats, yeah. The more they buy beats from you, look out for them. But at the same time, be careful. Don't be giving niggas your diamonds who they skill set is only on bronze and silver. You feel me? Because then you wasting the shit. But if them niggas gonna come and drop that 3 bands, 2 bands on you, fuck it. Get your money. But as a producer, you need to understand, if you sell me a beat and I drop it and I'm in the street and I'm making noise with it, and then 20 other motherfuckers got this beat, then it's a conflict of interest. Now, the producers in the room gonna say, nigga, it's your job to come and buy that motherfucking exclusive. That's facts. I can't argue that. At the same time, as a producer, I would tell you to educate your artists. Tell your artists the truth. Like, look, you can get this beat from me from $75, $50, but I'm gonna get this shit. Like, if you ain't gonna pay me the $5 to whatever you asking, $700, $1,000, if you can't pay me that, or if you ain't willing to pay me off in pieces, then you gotta respect that I'm gonna let it's a business. Anybody come in, it could be a million niggas like this one beat. You know what I mean? And that don't make them snakes. I'm just trying to explain to understand why, like, rappers, like, I understand that my beats is my cape. Like, you know, Superman, he a human until he go in the phone booth, until he go somewhere and snatch that shit off, right? So the beats is your cape and your wings. If other niggas got your outfit and got your powers, you ain't really a superstar, right? And that's the importance of beats, right? And then at the same time, local beat makers, whether if you local or you successful in your area, if you gonna deal with niggas who not on your accord, you feel me? Then you need to understand that, yo, these local niggas and niggas around you, niggas in the hood, they ain't got that 1,000. You feel me? If niggas had it, you know what I'm saying? If niggas had that, then they would be in a different place already and they wouldn't be needing it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand it. So you got to ask yourself, can you work with these people? You know what I mean? And I understand it from a producer perspective too, because I know what it's like to be sitting down behind a computer making the beats for niggas, and I understand how frustrating it is. Niggas don't want to pay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats out here want to be rappers, but y'all don't want to pay for what, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to pay for what it is. Let me turn my light on my phone. Niggas don't want to pay, right? So it's very important to understand the balance. This is what's rotting the place away. I know a lot of beat makers that's talented, but I hear all the time a lot of the best beat makers, they on niggas albums in the city who got little names, but niggas go to interviews and don't mention niggas. Niggas go to fucking niggas drop projects and they be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, they ain't paid for a beat. A nigga sit there and stunt like you, like they them niggas. You not that nigga. You only as strong as your beat makers and your engineers. And that's if you a good rapper. It says sidebar, I need a local female singer if you know one. I do know one, bro. I've been waiting for her to hit me back and shit. She kind of remind me of like Lauryn Hill in a lot of ways. But yeah, bro, real shit. That's the key. So me as a beat maker, a lot of niggas I know that came out, I used to use beats from niggas. I don't be interested in getting beats from niggas because I know you. I know you the type of nigga that'll sling me a beat and you'll sling the same beat to 50 niggas. And then I feel like niggas is limited. Niggas got limited talents. So for $1, nigga, so I ain't even wasting my time. That's what makes me be able to supersede a lot of niggas, because when you hear the projects, you ain't gonna hear nobody with my beats. Project and certain things about it, you ain't gotta worry about it. But this is the things that if you're a producer, because a lot of producers watch me and shit, then you need to understand. I need you to realize, like, nigga, if you ain't already sold 1 million records, or if you ain't put no nigga, like, made a nigga a superstar off your beats, and you ain't made no money, then you need to kind of realize that you need to work with, you need to attach yourself with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I speak this shit, niggas be getting mad at me. End of the day, bro, I helped a lot of niggas. Genuinely. And I ain't about throwing it. I'm saying I helped a lot of niggas. And even after you help a lot of niggas, niggas get attitudes with you and keep it pushing. That's just how it is. That's in any business. You know what I mean? But if you smart, if you intelligent, or you intellect, then you learn to stop doing the shit. A lot of our problems in life is not them, it's us. You know, niggas, we do shit for people that get mad that they don't live up to their expectations of what they supposed to do, you feel me? But at the end of the day, it was our choice to deal with that, you know what I mean? So my only point of me talking today is all the people that watch me, because there's a lot of rappers and beat makers and just genuine motherfuckers who watch me, and saying whatever you doing, do you. You know what I'm saying? Do you all the way. If you a producer, I'm not telling you to settle for less for these niggas who ain't even going motherfucking, like this. Oh, let me say this. It's a lot of beat makers and shit who is looking out for niggas, who I know for a fact got beats on mad niggas projects, right? But let me tell you about these niggas out here and why I don't be making beats for niggas. You'll send niggas beats, niggas will use your beats, and niggas don't even call you. Like, if you a beat maker or you a rapper and you on a nigga album and you wake up one morning and he like streaming down, he fucked you over, bro. He fucked you over. And sometimes it ain't always intentional. Sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes niggas don't care and they just trying to make themselves look good, and sometimes niggas don't know the business. But if I do a song with you and I realize that shit up and streaming and you never call me, you never ask me my real name, you never ask me my BMI, you feel me? Or some niggas got ass cap, you never ask me for my shit, you feel me? Then I know for a fact that I just did this record with you and you just put it out, and the only person that's gonna get paid in the future or now, or that's gonna get any residual from this, is you, because you ain't handle your business. You know what I'm saying? So that's real shit. But at the end of the day, do you. That's why I tell niggas, man, don't be stressing. Fuck we stressing for? The same niggas talking, tell them to put their shit up. Tell them to put their music up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be having a lot to say, but niggas ain't living that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've always been so passionate about what I'm talking about. Niggas can't say nothing about me. Niggas know I live that shit. From the time niggas knew me when I came back at like 17, 18 to now, niggas will tell you like, bro, when you see me, nigga, I'm about everything I say I'm about. It ain't much that I be rapped about that I ain't did, nigga. It ain't nothing. Like when I be rapping about shit about the homies, fools, me and Big Bro, yeah, we made the news. All that shit facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't the toughest nigga in the world, but at the same time, ain't no niggas in Raleigh, ain't no nigga in Raleigh. You can go in New Jersey and say, like, y'all walk to the bro and I smack the shit. I tell you this all the time. Or I disrespect the bro. Like, nah, nigga, when I was in Jersey City and shit growing up, nigga, if it was a problem, we gave him up. In Raleigh, if it's a problem, we gave him up. But I always been a cool, solid nigga. So a lot of niggas know if I smack the shit out you or put my hands on you, ask for it. Because I'm a very logical nigga. You know what I mean? But as we got older, you know, I seen niggas change. I seen niggas who had low self-esteem walk around acting like they big dog. I seen niggas who used to be humble run around act like they better than niggas. I seen niggas who can't really rap walk around here like they better than niggas who rapping. I seen niggas use their popularity as a key. You know what I'm saying? I seen niggas use their street image as a shit. When at the end of the day, it's like, my nigga, I used to be around all these niggas. And it's sad because the most saddest part about this shit is that everybody in North Carolina, the fans, y'all paying for the ignorance of these rap niggas, right? And it's sad because in North Carolina, all of the people in North Carolina, and especially in Raleigh, all of the fans and the people are paying for the ignorance of the rap niggas and the niggas handling business of these rap niggas in the music scene. Niggas doing bad business. Niggas, you know, if it's money involved, nigga tell you like, yo, I'ma look out for you, holla at me. But as soon as it's time for you to do something and you holla at a nigga, they tone change. When niggas broke and they ain't got nothing, niggas in your face. But when niggas doing a little something, niggas bigger and better than you. That's the issue in Carolina. You feel me? When I know niggas from a genuine perspective, niggas don't know me from just rap. Niggas know me from outside. Niggas know me. I'm always like, anybody that know me know I'm genuine. But at the same time, if you know me, you also know that I'm hands on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I always been that way because that's who I am, and I always was taught never let the world dictate who you is. I'm intelligent. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. That's me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm a real nigga, right? Because I just ain't for the bullshit. I'm allergic to bullshit. So the what we see in Raleigh and in North Carolina, we see the bad business, the bad personalities, the fake shit, and all of this shit that come in between, and niggas who've known each other for 30 years and they ain't never even got smart enough to say, all right, bro, me and you, we ain't gotta fuck with each other, but we gonna do this record. We gonna pick a record we both fuck with, and we gonna do this shit, and we gonna take this shit to the next level. It don't matter, like, I don't give a fuck if you blood or crip or folk or whatever. We ain't even gotta generally fuck with each other like that. As long as we just gotta respect each other and understand what we doing. Hey, bro, you over there, you blood, like, boom, you gotta follow. Hey, bro, you over here, you cripple, bro, you folk, or you just a regular street nigga. And at the end of the day, you gotta follow, and you gotta follow, and like, yo, y'all niggas should collab. But see, Raleigh and North Carolina lacks the leadership that some other towns do have. Like, it ain't no niggas in this city who got the real pull like how niggas be flexing. Nobody really got the pull, because and the niggas that do, they ain't using it. Because I ain't seen no nigga who got the pull to be able to get this nigga from over here and this nigga from over here and to put them together for rather a record or EP and get them to do it and get both of them just to be quiet and put the work in and then drop it. You know what I mean? The issue in Carolina is that everybody playing for self. I don't care what we doing. And as long as we divided in our businesses, you know, if every person in America got a business, an independent business, record label, clothing business, then it's going to be hard for any of us to be successful because it ain't no NBA teams where every player is a coach and an owner. And it's just him by himself. It ain't no teams on the planet where it's just like one person controlling the whole shit. Right? But that's our issue when I always talk about when we be in Carolina. It's not a person out here, and that's why I say bad leadership. You know what I'm saying? I know artists, male and female, that if you put both of them together on records right now, it'll turn up. You know what I'm saying? I sit online and I be seeing, I seen two people arguing last week, and I'm like, yo, both of y'all dope lyricists. How about you give me a verse and you give me a verse and I get you some fire? Because the problem in Carolina is half of the niggas in Carolina, let me be real. Carolina, half the niggas in Carolina call themselves hip-hop niggas and hip-hop heads. And I call y'all hybrid hip-hop niggas. And it's not to discredit y'all because y'all are hip-hop niggas, but y'all got to understand that it's a lot more to hip-hop, right? So if you in a culture that make hip-hop, but make hip-hop from the understanding of what they think hip-hop is, which is their right, then at the end of the day, niggas is hip-hop to North Carolina standard. You know what I mean? So we got to get better we should have been past the point of where we at today. I watched for 10, 15 years the niggas of like my age and older, niggas like when T. Allen was telling me niggas dropped the ball and I got mad at him and shit, I was mad at T for certain reasons, but T wasn't completely wrong. Because it's that selfish mindset. Oh, I'm better than this nigga. Fuck this nigga, or this nigga he this, or this nigga he that. Like, that killed this place. And even to this day, it's still killing this place. So when I a lot of times I go live and I be talking and people be like, bro, you motherfuckers in the city, blah, 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 blah. And I be like, well, that's good. Maybe they'll do this shit right. You know what I mean? But that shit life, yo. Get some light in here. We have to just be honest with ourselves and be real with ourselves and ask ourselves why we not growing and why we can't grow. But at the same time, I want y'all, everybody, and I've been chilling lately, but I want everybody to know, like, everybody who hit me on my inbox, like, bro, we've been watching you this last year, told a lot. This last year, 2020, what is that, 2021, I got into it with a lot of people online over music and over, you know what I'm saying? And it's part of the game. But what I learned from that and what a lot of people always hit me to say is like, yo, you can't, motherfuckers ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Once people are in the same space as you competition. People don't want to be in that, like, I don't know. It's just, for me, it ain't a complaint. It's just saying that what's the point of even caring, right? Everybody running around here worrying about that shit and they tell you lies. Like, I hear people hit me all the time, bro. They say you mad because you didn't make lists years ago, bro. They say you mad and you bitter and all that shit. What am I mad about? Nothing. If I want to drop, I drop. If I want to put out, I put out. If I want to go to the studio, nigga, I go to the studio. You feel me? If I want to rap, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. You feel me? If that's what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? When I wake up in the morning, I'm in control of what I'm going to do, even in every aspect. So just like in the dog world, I got in the dogs and seen bullshit in the dog world. Same shit. The same fucked up mentality is in all fronts of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga sell you, if I get my dog from a nigga and a nigga want to breed with me, let's say if I buy a dog from somebody, or they help me get a dog. Now, I get a dog because I want to get a dog. But let's say you get a dog, you help me get a dog because you might got a hidden agenda and say, well, I'm helping get a dog, but I'm gonna use him to breed with so have more. You know what I'm saying? Then that's a fucked up intent. Because I came to get a dog and you or nobody or whatever I came to get, you don't have the right to dictate what I do. That's fake nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So for something like that to start war or drama, because that's some shit that I went through that I be laughing about, like, for real, niggas mad at me because I ain't motherfucking breed with their dog. Like, bro, I smack the shit out of niggas. Like, that shit not even important. Like, what give you, that's like me getting mad at you because you sent your kids to a certain school. Come on, bro. That's the type of shit that I be talking about, but niggas ain't gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? If you got problem, if you fall out with niggas I'm cool with, or a nigga or two I'm cool with, what the fuck they got to do with me? If you and another person doing business and y'all fall out and y'all whatever, rather if you introduce me to the nigga and y'all fall out, what that got to do with me? That's the type of lame shit I be going through, bro. But at the end of the day, for a nigga to be mad at you, or for a person to be mad at you because you didn't breed your dog with them, I mean, I thought it was my right? That's the type of petty shit. So that's why niggas say, Jerry, I don't be in none of these rooms. I could do without a lot of you fake ass niggas' energy and without all that extra shit. And that's just being real. And I ain't get into it with no niggas, won't arguing with no niggas. I'm just keeping it funky about this shit. I'm me, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas would never come to me by yourself and talk that shit to me. Y'all probably talking if y'all got 3-4 niggas with you that y'all feel gonna back you up. But half y'all niggas would never come to me by yourself on some one-on-one shit and be like, Jers, fuck you. You a bitch ass nigga. Blah, 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 blah. Niggas wouldn't do that shit. And tell niggas stop capping. Half the niggas know they wouldn't do that shit. When we see niggas in person and shit, the energy be love. And that's what I'm saying. I be up here talking history to niggas, but niggas know what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know what it is with me. Because at the end of the day, I ain't no dick rider. When I came out here, niggas won't doing what we was doing. We talk history. I'm one of them niggas that know the history. I know the history of this place. I know how this city was one way on street shit. How everybody was dick riding one side. And then you had a few niggas, and no disrespect to my bloods, but that's the truth. Raleigh at that time, that's what was going on. So when you got niggas out here who on some different shit, who ain't going to join with everybody else joining, this shit been a problem forever, bro. This shit ain't just starting now. Y'all, a lot of people watch me, y'all think this shit just started from rap. Nah, this shit started when I was 18, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it just bleed over now, but at the end of the day, what can niggas say? I don't feel like niggas got the right to have an opinion on me when niggas ain't lived up to what niggas been doing. Niggas ain't stood on what they been doing. Niggas don't have, if you an artist and you be doubting yourself and you don't really rap like that, you don't got a right to have an opinion on niggas who really go hard. You know what I'm saying? If you a rapper and you like if I say, niggas say, bro, you ain't spitting like that, nigga, what are you talking about? Niggas be 40, 50 years old, still trying, we talking about bars, is we 18? Is we just talking about, you know what I'm saying, big guns, strap signs, pulling, is that all we focused on? What the fuck is you rapping about, my nigga? What's your hook game like? You feel me? Cause I don't, when I be talking to niggas, this is what niggas be saying to me. Hey bro, you don't play street ball no more. You ain't the illest street baller. I don't give a fuck about street ball. Street ball niggas broke, nigga. Street ball niggas ain't making no money, my nigga. So stop. I hate that. When niggas come to me talking about lyrics, it's like I'm a ball player and you asking me why I ain't doing and one moves no more. My nigga, we did that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when niggas tell me like I ain't spitting no more, that's when I be like, niggas just be talking, bro. You feel me? When niggas tell me like I don't be spitting no more, one, I know they don't listen to the music. Two, I know that they just got an opinion. And three, I know that them niggas is probably just on some different shit. It ain't always hate, but niggas, you feel me? Niggas say I don't be spitting. I'm thinking like, nigga, I'm spitting. I got a couple records. Me and Lane L, me and Shooter, I've been spitting. Nigga, ain't no question if I spit. But you choose to judge me because you don't have no soul. So if you the type of nigga who walk around all day, you not really spiritual. I never seen you in church, no religion. I never seen you really into yourself or really understanding type shit. Then when I be doing that shit, you're not really gonna understand me because you the type of nigga that don't got no soul. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of niggas who just bag of bones. If you know what I'm saying, that's real shit. And I stand on that shit. It's a lot of people that come to me like, what's the objective? When niggas say, bro, I'm talking like, you supposed to, at the end of the day, what's the objective of rap shit? When you throw an album, when niggas buy your CD, niggas ain't, when the world, let's not talk about a few, when the world gets your music, niggas ain't just sitting there thinking like, let me hear his bars, let me hear his bars. You gotta get to them bars first. We gotta get to them beats. First, the beat gotta catch a nigga attention. Then, is your hooks hot? And then what your bars like? But then a lot of niggas around out here be talking about they nice, but they've been writing rap for 20 years and they only write gangster shit. Nigga, you a street nigga rapper. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard a song from half you niggas. Y'all niggas got kids and I ain't never heard a song about y'all raising y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? And we wonder why the culture fucked up, but that's the truth. You need to ask them niggas that you talking about. You gotta when I deal with artists, the question I'm gonna ask, so what's your true goal, my nigga? Because we need to figure out, some niggas just want to be street ball legends. Feel me? That's them spitting, them lyrical miracle ass niggas. And I'm a lyrical nigga, but I refuse to be a lyrical miracle cereal ass nigga. Lyrical miracle cereal, Nerio, Cheerio, Ferio. Man, fuck out of here. Nobody want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck how dope your raps is, nigga. Or how if your rap's dumb complex, niggas don't get it, bro. I done been there. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't give you the credit you deserve. Like, niggas don't see how you go from here to here and then bridge the gap, nigga. It's like, your job in music is to bridge the gap between your artistic expression and where the world is at in music. Your job ain't to conform to music and to sound like the rest of them niggas. Your job is to bridge the gap. You gotta still be mindful that this is how they get in their music and this is what I'm bringing to the table. So we gonna have to meet 50-50. And that's your job in building alchemy, but that's your job. And the question to the niggas answers, what's my goal? When I was 17, 18, I wanted to be rapping like how I'm rapping right now. You feel me? At 17, 18, nigga, I was out spitting niggas. This ain't no new thing. Or my homeboys and other people in the city was out spitting niggas. But if that's the case, and when niggas say, bro, you ain't spitting no more, then why the fuck didn't I make the lyrical list then, right? If niggas can tell me, yo, you ain't spitting like you used to, but if when I was spitting like I used to, I ain't make no list, so niggas was still talking shit about me, right? I mean, think about it. If I'm spitting some of the hardest bars in the city, but niggas still tell, bro, you gotta write songs, bro. I mean, you gotta have them hooks, you gotta make them snap songs, bro. You know, all the real rappers in my chat know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So what's the goal at the end of the day? Some niggas got a jump shot in music, meaning that they can make like club records. But they can't tell you nothing about their life, and they can't tell you you can't get nothing from them. Don't make them bad, but that just mean they Steph Curry niggas. They got jumpers. They ain't dunking shit. They handle, like Steph got handle, but he ain't really, it's a loose. He can dribble good enough to get you off of him, but he ain't Kyrie. Some niggas got handled, like I said, and that's that lyrical shit. Some niggas dunk on niggas. That's hit records. You know what I'm saying? Buzzer beaters. Those buzzer beaters is them records where you kind of you take your shot at the world and you know it's dope, but you don't know how they gonna respond, and you don't really know if it's gonna work or not. But that shit hit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I compare this shit to basketball. The goal in this shit for all my rappers is not to be if y'all niggas trying to be N1 players And and1 had its run when I was growing up, and where the fuck is and1 now? You should have learned that that type of and1 flash and ball of music, it's going to get you but so far, because without the fundamentals and without organization, without real business being handled, that shit ain't going to work. You know, it just so happened, let's be real, what happened in hip hop. If we go back 10 years ago, the industry wasn't interested in it. Like, the industry, when I was leaving high school, they had street niggas, but they really was afraid of street niggas. Nobody would have ever thought the industry wanted serial killers and psychopaths and killers and retarded motherfuckers running the game, niggas who can't offer your children shit, and niggas who don't really offer society nothing but destruction, right? That's just being real. Nobody could ever have foreseen that shit. And that's just being real. Nobody told me, like, bruh, that's what it's gonna be. So the game changed so much that now it put people in position. So it's a lot of really good artists that's like, damn, you know, I'm 30, I survived the streets, but damn, in order for the world to fuck with me, I kind of got to go back to my block with the niggas who I fuck with, who's still out there with them young niggas, and I need to post up, and I need to make it seem like I'm real. Nah, nigga, I'm real. Nigga, I did that already. I don't feel like I got to prove it. Nigga, I stood out. I was outside from 18 to like 30, my nigga. I think I did my job. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's my job to be on the corner, and thank God for the real niggas, because everybody who know me, like, you know how niggas be chilling with all their homeboys on camera, they in the hood, you know that new shit? Bruh, if we was doing that shit, nigga, we be in prison, my nigga. And the crazy part, we was rapping, but we didn't have the spotlight. The technology wasn't there yet. So I'm saying, bruh, just imagine if, think about all the niggas that came up around, all of the shit niggas was doing, robberies, stick-ups, street shit, everything. If I would have, I'm so glad that this shit won't then, because if niggas we would have brought them cameras to our neighborhood, and we would have been out there, and we would have been chilling. We 30 deep every day. We chilling. Niggas really that. Niggas getting stuck in the neighborhood. Niggas be in prison. I don't feel like it's our job as the real niggas to put that shit on TV. Especially if you a real one, then you know that this shit's sick, my nigga. Like my man said the other day, like, niggas can judge me, but don't judge me because I don't participate in the sickness of this shit no more, nigga. Like, I've been healing myself and I'm healthy, bro. Like, I still got my shit. That's why some days you see me, y'all niggas lie. Like, you can see it in me. Like, jury's still in me. I still be ready to smack the shit out of niggas or run down on niggas. So I still be there some days. But I be having to remember, like, nah, that's what them niggas want from you, bro. Like, niggas don't like seeing me smiling, positive, talking history, telling you about, you know what I'm saying, law and blah, blah, blah. Niggas don't want to see that. Niggas want to see me miserable, fucked up, homeless like when I was 18, 19, 20. And why? Because niggas was counting me out. Like, bro, fucked up out here, ain't never going to be nothing. You feel me? I don't feel like it's my job, bro. Now, I will agree that it is my fault because I put out music. Now, y'all need to know, all the music y'all got from me, y'all probably got like 3% of what I got. So it's my fault, not just the public. If people look at me as the guy that's always talking nature and natural, it's cool because I did that. You know what I mean? I can't get mad at people saying like, bro, you don't feed the streets no more. You know what I'm saying? I feed the streets. I just don't feed the psych ward. You feel me? I don't feed, like, a lot of niggas in the street got mental issues, my nigga. All of us, you feel me? And if you ain't got none when you first get in, you gonna have some when you leave, you feel me? So I can't speak for everybody else. But that's me, you know what I'm saying? That's my story. And this ain't no shot at nobody. It's just my shit. You know what I mean? And just to let everybody know I'm back. Every morning I be up and shit, and I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? If me doing the morning convos or me doing shit like that make you feel like I'm a fake nigga, then I guess you're gonna be mad for the next 20 years, bro. Cause it's only gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? My goal at the end of the day, I got goals. Like music was my life from the time I was like really like my main goal. After basketball from 18 to like 30. When I got 30, I started realizing that I had to really music is the main piece of me because that's me at my foundation. That's a part of me. But at the same time, like I'm a businessman, you feel me? I run businesses, you know what I mean? And even when I'm online and niggas laughing about when I said that shit when I was in the paper that day and I was like, y'all run businesses, and all the niggas was in the chats like, you run businesses. It was like, bro, that's hate. We'll do it if somebody go online and say like, y'all got businesses, and if people on the chat like laughing at you and shit, that's straight hate, bro. Who are these people to even have an opinion about what you doing? You feel me? So you got to understand that, bro. Niggas don't want to see you win. People don't want to see you doing better than them. That's the mentality. So that's why niggas out here, we all sitting in the same boats and ain't getting far in our life and what we doing. But that's why I say everybody who be, I try to stay as positive as possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real person. I done been through a lot of shit. So that's why it's important for me when I be dropping this music that I talk about love, relationships, and I talk about, you know, just what I've been through, because my goal as an artist or as an intellect, as an innovator, as a revolutionary is, I personally believe that you can change the world through sound and through, you know what I'm saying, you can help people. Like, it's a lot of people in North Carolina that I can't get mad at, they don't fuck with me, but, you know, I ain't for you. Like, it's a million people. You need 1% of the planet to fuck with you. 1% of the planet, I don't care who you are, relates to you, right? And even if 0.5% of the planet, that's still 500,000, probably more. Today, it's probably like 0.5% of the planet is probably like damn near a million, 800,000. You only need half of a percent of the world to fuck with you to be successful. But at the same time, we got to also understand that success don't come overnight. Meaning that if you doing this shit, we've got sidetracked about working hard and working our asses off and spending our whole life accomplishing our goals. We've gotten so comfortable with thinking that a record deal and somebody else who got some money gonna give us, you know, I call it the hand of God gonna reach us up. Nah, we gotta be more prepared. Yeah, people see like, bro, people tell us, yo, we ain't nobody better than nobody. We still in the same place, bro. Some of us still out here because some of us still in this area because that's just where we at, but it don't mean that that's what we bound to. Or some of us ain't super millionaire because they want, or it ain't about being a millionaire. Some of us ain't on TV and doing what we doing because we played a different game. We said we not gonna let them play us. Like, I don't care about that fame shit. Give me the bag. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna laugh at me forever, but understand that the goal is to get money. You know what I mean? It says one of the goats of this, bro. Nah, I appreciate it, bro. And you too, bro. Like, you on your way. Like, for you, for me meeting you, bro, Lane. You know what I'm saying? Shout, like, you do your thing, but I think that you especially, you one of the few people, like, when I first got up with you, when we got in the studio, I started realizing, like, bro, you another me, and not putting me on a big, I'm another you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you super talented, and let me say this to you personally. I feel like me and you in that same boat, bro. That's why it's like, if a nigga diss you, they gonna have to hear from me. And like how you tell me, if a nigga diss me, they gonna have to hear from you. Cause that's how we rockin'. Like, a lot of people don't know me and Shy like that. So it's like, you need to understand, bro, that you gonna get flexed on because you give gangster, but at the same time, bro, you a genius too. You know what I'm saying? So when you start speaking, like, a lot of your bars, I be listening to your music, I be like, bro, like, you know how Jay said, when I be listening to your album, when I listen to your music, Shy, I start to understand what people be saying about me sometimes. And nothing bad, meaning, like, you know, I get it. Like, not that they right, but more in the aspect that, like, bro, niggas don't get it, bro. You offer something way deeper. You know what I'm saying? You one of them fire-speaking prophets, bro. Like, what you got to offer the world is bigger than this street shit. And it's your job to bypass all of this street and these niggas and these little boy men and these niggas who ain't men and all of these little shit. It's your job to shut them down, bro. When you got knowledge yourself and when you got on your shit and started studying law and doing all that shit and becoming a man, because a lot of us black men don't become men. You feel me? And you a special talent. You know what I'm saying? I personally be wanting to deal with niggas who really kings. You feel me? And so you got to understand in this rap shit that you gonna have to ignore everybody. In order for you to be the true Shot Money you got to be, bro, you going to have to ignore all that shit. And you going to have to reach for an area that hip-hop ain't never seen before. You unique, just like I be telling my nigga Chief, or I tell certain people around me. When you a unique talent, tell your story. But understand that, Shy, you creating a universe over here. Everybody else is trying to adapt and trying to come land on the planet that everybody else on. Bro, you building your own universe, so you got to focus on that. You know, and I mean that shit sincerely, bro. Do you. But either way, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times my other phone was messed up, yo. My other phone been messed up for 1.5 years, so I couldn't even go live off my phone. I had my iPad. And then I went to a funeral this weekend, and nigga stole my phone and shit. So I ended up having to get a new iPhone, so y'all know I'm back in the building. Part of the morning convos was like my phone. I just ain't feel like going through that shit. I remember I used to couldn't hear me. So just do y'all, bro. Like, focus on what you need to focus on. Cut everybody out. Best shit you can do is cut everybody out around you, and except for the people that's for you. And then from there, build your empire from there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I don't care if you got a team full of niggas. If they ain't helping you, fuck them niggas. Go start working with niggas who on the same accord, bro. Because that's how we gonna make it. All the niggas, me, you, Shooter, a lot of niggas, the niggas who really about this shit, who got the mind for this shit, it's up to us to work together and make this shit happen, my nigga. BH.